How's it going? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna do more creator stuff. So I've been asking questions and you guys have been submitting, and today I'm gonna cover some important key metrics that you need to look forward to when you're creating content. That will help you either grow your YouTube channel, your Instagram, TikTok, whatever the case may be. As you can see here today, we're actually in the hangar. You can see the planes behind me, but this is just a normal day, right, at Lookup Flight Academy. But also, this is a day that I create content for YouTube, not just my YouTube channel, Instagram as well, and TikTok, which I discuss a lot on the Mojo Creators course, but I'm gonna give you some nuggets for free, absolutely free today. So, number one, oh man, there's a beautiful TBM taking off. One of the most common questions is, do I focus on growing my subscriber base or my viewership? And I think for a lot of either beginners or folks who've been doing this for a while, you put those two in the same basket, and they're not. They're two different things. Having ever many subscribers is very much different from how many views your video gets. As a matter of fact, there is almost no correlation between the two, particularly when it has to do with YouTube. So if you're making YouTube content right now for your channel, I want you to focus on one or the other. And I'll show you on a board very shortly what those differences are. My personal bias and advice to you is, when you're starting out, hell, even if you've been doing this for 10 years like me, I want you to focus on viewership, not subscribers. You can have 1 million subscribers and still get puny views on YouTube. So you need to understand the algorithm, how it works, and how you can actually increase the amount of views that your videos get. So that's what we're gonna talk about today. So what are views anyway? This is what views mean, because I also think there's a misconception as to what views are. Views are how many times someone clicks on your video. Okay? The key word being clicks, not how many times someone actually watches the video. Because guess what? You can have high click-through rate where somebody clicks on the video, but may watch the video for 1 second, which you don't want that, right? So the views, the amount of views you get on a video is how many times somebody clicks on your video, and the YouTube algorithm records that. This is one of their big determining factor on how many times they want to push your video out. So this is what views are. Subscribers, how many times someone clicks to subscribe. Now, the reason why this is less important than this is because however many subscribers you have doesn't actually determine how successful your videos are or how well your videos perform. And I'll tell you the reason why. Subscribers are broken into two parts. One is general subscribers, and then you also have subscribers with the bell. If I know how to draw a bell here, this is my little bell, right? When your subscribers don't turn on this bell, every time you drop a video, they probably they don't hear about it, they don't see it, and they certainly are not getting a notification. So you always want to nudge your subscribers or anyone who's watching your videos to make sure they subscribe with the notification bell on. Because if they're just a general subscriber, 9 out of 10 times, they're actually not seeing your video, unfortunately. And so that's why I said this guy is much more important than this guy. Whether you're just starting out on YouTube or you've been doing this for 5 years, understand that the algorithm changes very often. And now I'm gonna erase this and then tell you some of the things to focus on. Everybody got the description of views, right? It's the amount of times your videos get clicked on, not the amount of times the video actually gets watched. So key difference. So we'll focus first on the clicks. Matter of fact, I'm gonna erase subscribers completely because we don't need it. And matter of fact, naturally, when your videos get a lot of views, naturally you would get more subscription from that video. So you don't necessarily need to push subscriptions. What you want to focus on is views and performance. So I'm gonna erase all of this because it's actually has very little relevance to how successful you are on YouTube. And we're gonna just make a line for views and what we need to focus on when it comes to views. Are you still tracking with me? So, views, yes. So I mentioned that views is the amount of times your videos get clicked on. So the first thing metric you wanna focus on with views is your CTR. What does CTR stands for? Click through rate. Do you know what a click-through rate is? Do you? Do you know what a click-through rate is? Okay, so a click-through rate is basically the percentage of, basically the ratio between impressions. Sorry, I'm throwing a lot of technical words at you. Is the ratio between impressions and clicks. So what that means is if your videos are shown, and by your videos I really mean your thumbnail and your title, if YouTube shows your video 1,000 times to everybody, how many times does that thumbnail get clicked? So say it shows your video 1,000 times and you get 50 clicks from that amount of impression. Simple math, that's 5% click-through rate, because 5% of 1,000 is 50. So that's your click-through rate. And so when you're creating your content, but more importantly, when you're publishing your content, you want to focus on click-through rate as one of the first things to think about. And so that goes hand in hand with thumbnail and title. I've said this many times, and with the community within Mojo Creators, is your thumbnail, think about it this way. Even right now, if you take a pause, go look around, scroll on your mobile phone and scroll YouTube. Generally speaking, the first thing you will see while you're scrolling is a picture, a thumbnail. For the most part, even when you don't see the title usually comes next. So you see the thumbnail and the picture first. So this is why you take your time with your thumb. Don't spend hours or days or a day filming a video, a really good video, and then you just slap some crappy thumbnail on it. It doesn't work. Now, that said, for some people or some creators that are already well known, they could practically put a piece of poop as their thumbnail and their fans will still click it. But you're not that. If you're just starting out or you're just gaining momentum, you want to focus on your thumbnail. Make sure that the first thing that people see with your content actually is attractive. And then I've actually found that titles hold a lot of water. Don't just put simple titles. What I've always advised creators to do is to have a descriptive title. For example, if I'm holding this pen says Expo Dry Eraser, right? I can make a really great video about this marker here and just put Expo Dry Eraser as my title. Unfortunately, that is very dry bone and is not interesting enough. So rather than just put the thin as my title, I would describe the thin. So I can say, Expo, this is the best, or this is by far the best marker in the United States. Something like that. I know that's outrageous, but that's my point is, instead of using the thin as your title, describe the thin as your title. This is what I found to work really well with my videos. So that covers your click-through rate. you can increase your views and how many times somebody clicks your video by doing just those two. Okay, now the next thing. So we've covered the click-through rate. The next thing is how many times or how long someone actually watches the video. Remember, view numbers doesn't necessarily mean watch rate. So how do you improve the amount of times and how long somebody stays watching your video? Guys, keep in mind that no matter how well you do all of this, 9 out of 10 times, YouTube, your videos are still heavily dependent on YouTube promoting it. You can post it on all kinds of forums and on Twitter, on Instagram. Those views are still going to make a tiny fraction compared to the YouTube machine pushing out your video. And these are the metrics that the YouTube algorithm will look at. So again, cover your bases with high click-through rate. And then the next thing is watch time. Watch time is self-explanatory. This is how many times your videos get watched. More importantly, how long your videos get watched. If the YouTube algorithm sees that your videos are being watched more or that folks are staying longer on your videos, then YouTube is going to recommend more of that video. And you may ask yourself, why is this the case? Guess what? YouTube is in the business of making money, right? So what they want is for viewers to stay longer on their platform. They want viewers to stay longer on youtube.com. If a viewer gets bored and they go somewhere else or they go to another video, guess what? That's also a signal to YouTube algorithm that your video is not as interesting. But if the opposite happens, where someone stays longer watching your video, then that gives the YouTube algorithm signal like, yes, we need to promote more of this content, or we need to keep pushing this particular video because it's keeping a lot of eyes on our platform. And we want to make money and show those eyes a lot of ads. That's why watch time is so important. So by watch time, the next derivative of watch time is intro. The first 30 second of your video is I would say is even more important sometimes than the entire video. And I had to learn this lesson the hard way, right? When you make, say, a 10 minutes video, a 20 minutes video, if you lose your viewer in the first 30 seconds, or you don't get them like excited or interested in the first 30 seconds, that's all you got, right? That first 30 seconds is so important for you to garner and hold on to the interest of the viewer. Now, you could screw up in another 5 minutes or another 10 minutes into the video, but that first 30 seconds, you captured their attention. More than likely, they will stay for longer minutes or for the entire video. So watch time heavily dependent on the first 30 seconds. So when you're making your video, or more importantly, when you're editing your video, because that's where you tell the story, make sure that intro is just right. Think about it. Put yourself in the shoes of the viewer. Like, is this whatever I'm saying or introducing in this first couple of seconds, is it interesting enough? Is it captivating for somebody else or for me to keep watching? So focus on the first 30 seconds of your video. Now, the last bit of advice I would give you when it comes to views and performance, make longer videos. Yes, make longer videos. Unfortunately, this has been the case the last couple of years. Now, when YouTube first started, right, the reason why the Jenna Marbles of the world and the MKBHD of the world, these folks create amazing content. Okay, let's not forget that. But they also started very early on YouTube. And back then, YouTube used to promote your videos to all of your subscribers. So if you had 1 million subscribers, chances are that million subscribers will see your video every time you upload. That is not the case anymore. But what I found to work more recently is, instead of making short videos, which I know YouTube has shorts now, but long form videos, make it long. Make it really long if you can. When you have longer videos, and I want you to do this research on your own, look at channels outside of Mr. Beast, any other channel that have maybe 2 minutes to 4 minutes clips compared to channels that have 25 minutes, an hour long videos, right? When you have longer videos, guess what? It also means that your viewer may stay longer on the YouTube platform. And again, that's what YouTube wants. That's what they've trained the algorithm to detect. So I would say try and make your videos longer rather than focus on 2 minutes clip. Longer videos can win you more prizes in the viewership department. Okay, so just to go over your click-through rate, make sure you're focusing on that. Your watch time, which is how long somebody stays on your video, make sure you focus on that. And the derivative of watch time is the first 30 seconds of your video. Make sure it's captivating, and also make your videos longer. All these ingredients will return to higher views, higher performance for your videos. Okay, I hope that helps. If you want more information and more videos like this, one, make sure you subscribe to my channel with the notification bell on, so that way when I post videos, you get a notification. But also join my mailing list, which I'll leave in the video description here, and also here's the website. Make sure you join that list, and whenever I make free guides and content, I'll send it over to you. But of course, if you want to skip the line completely, I wrote a complete course on YouTube content and how to become the best creator you can possibly be. All of these things that I'm sharing with you, a lot more detailed, deep end is in that course. So you can check that out at mojocreators.com. But you can also keep watching stuff for free. Apply these things, and I promise you, you will see the change and consistent growth in your channel. All right, until next time, I'll catch you on the next video.